Isaiah 9:6.
Oh, sure.
Okay? I'm going to read it the way it was written. It actually scrolled on me. 1 second. Please, was it Jesus? Rabbi.
Give me one. I'm pulling it up.
Isaiah 9:6. And I read the exact word for word because I think it definitely shows a lot of the intent of the question. So thank you for that, Aladdin, and we're going to get on this right now. And guys, please, you can ask as many questions you want. We can go back later, watch the video, and see the live chat, and it'll be a lot of great stuff in there. So keep asking questions, but I can't cover any more tonight. But for now, we'll go with this one, and you guys enjoy. Rabbi?
Okay. For to us a child is born, unto us a child is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. I think I just said it with 4 different mistranslations in the one verse.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see. Ki yeled yulad lanu, for a child has been born to us. Past tense. Isaiah's past.
Whoa.
Not Isaiah's future, Isaiah's past. Okay. Ben nitan lanu, a son has been given. Okay. That's one thing you have to remember.
Yeah.
Okay. The government shall be upon his shoulder. Really? So when was Jesus the head of a government?
Good
I don't
point.
remember that. I remember a government squashing him like a bug. I remember a government beating him to a pulp. Okay. Whipping him. Okay. Scourging him. Okay. I remember a government putting him to death the way they did all other political subversives trying to overthrow the Roman government, because according to Philo, Tacitus, and Josephus, that was the function and purpose and use of the crucifixion. Okay. But I don't remember Jesus having a government upon his shoulder. Okay. His name shall be called, and here's a problem. Christians don't understand names. They don't understand Hebrew, and they don't understand Hebrew names.
Right.
Let me talk about that. Okay, William, what does the word William mean?
It has a use in, I think, in England or whatever, but it doesn't have its own English definition. It would mean Resolute Protector.
A Resolute Protector.
Yeah.
So when I see you and I say, "Hi, Resolute Protector," Resolute Protector, the meaning of your name is irrelevant to you.
Good point. That's
nice,
exactly right.
If I'd be nice to say, "Oh, you're a Resolute Protector," that's not how names work. Okay, William. That sound is how we designate you.
Right.
Steward. Okay, like a stewardess. Oh, we don't call them that anymore. Flight attendant. Okay, a steward is someone who watches over something else. Okay, nobody says, "Hi, watcher."
Mm-hmm.
They say, "Hi, steward." Steward becomes that sound becomes my designation. Okay. In Hebrew names, some of them are statements about God that are given to human beings. Earlier tonight, we mentioned the word Emmanuel. Emmanuel does not mean God with us. Somebody named Emmanuel, okay, the text of the New Testament makes it sound like God with us means the person with the name Emmanuel is God who is with us. No, there are 2 words in Hebrew. One is ani, one is po. Ani means I, and the other word po means here.
Right.
But if I say ani po, we don't say that translates as I hear. You have to say it, I am here.
Right.
You have to add the word, the conjugation of the verb to be, to make it make sense in English. When you translate, you have to use the syntax, okay, of the language you're translating it to, or it'll make no sense. Emmanuel does not mean God with us. It means God is with us. It's not saying that the person who's got the name Emmanuel is God who is with us. It's saying that the person is Emmanuel and his name means that God is with us, which is why the Son, okay, in that passage is the sign to Ahaz, because his name is God is with us. So every time he sees the kid, he's going to say, oh yeah, God is with us. I don't have to worry about these two enemy kings. Okay, that's another issue. So these are statements made about God given to a human being. And by the way, it's interesting about this little comma that you have in the King James. All right? And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor. In some Christian translations, that is translated as, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor. So is that two names or one name? Is one of his names Wonderful and another name Counselor? Or without the comma, is his name Wonderful Counselor? Okay? Or, like the word Emmanuel, God is with us, maybe this should be translated as a wonderful counselor is the mighty God. An everlasting Father is the Prince of Peace, which is not the translation of the word. Okay? Okay. Who is this about? Okay? Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Okay? How do you translate into Hebrew mighty God? Hezekiah. Chazak, be strong, mighty, strong. Yah, God, mighty God. Hezekiah. Okay? Hezekiah. A wonderful counselor is Hezekiah. Okay? And everlasting Father is the Prince of Peace. First of all, if this is about Jesus, I thought Jesus was supposed to be the Son, not the Father. But if you say it's everlasting Father, he's the Father, not the Son, make up your mind. And as we said earlier tonight, if he's the Father, then he has a different will as the Son. How can he be the same? If they have a different will, different strength, different knowledge. Okay, next thing. This is an intentional perversion of the Word of God, which says ruler of peace. Prince is Nasich. Ruler is Sar. The Hebrew here is Sar Shalom, ruler of peace. Why? Because Hezekiah came to power as a 7-year-old. 7? I always get my 7s and 9s mixed up.
Yeah.
So he came to power as a child. So when it says, to us a child has been born, unto us a son has been given, okay, government on his shoulder, Hezekiah, he became king at a very young age. His name will be called Wonderful Counselor or Wonderful Counselor, is the mighty God, okay, Everlasting Father is the ruler of peace. So they play with the word Sar and they translate it as prince because they're trying to create an image in your mind of the son of the king. Well, the son of the king is the son of God in their opinion. And so they say the word means son, a prince, son of the king, because they're trying to create the image of Jesus being the son of God, son of the king. So they intentionally changed the word of God, which is ruler of peace, okay, to make it look more like Jesus by calling it Prince of Peace. So why do they stop at verse 6? What happened to verse 7 here? 6 and 7 are talking about the same person. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. How many wars have been fought in the last 2,020 years? Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. Jesus isn't a descendant of David through Solomon. Take a look at the book of Luke, okay, when it lists the children of King David and grandson of King David, it says David's son Solomon, Solomon's son Nathan. the wrong son of King Solomon. They didn't even trace the lineage correctly. Okay, there's a bunch of other problems with the lineage. There are plenty of other videos that go into that. We don't have to do that here.
Right.
But the increase of his government and peace, he never had a government. And by the way, since his death, there's been a heck of a lot of no peace. Okay, throne of David, he couldn't sit on the throne of David. He couldn't inherit the throne, the kingship. Okay, at any rate, clearly this is not talking about Jesus. It's the wrong time period. It's the wrong everything. It's the wrong translation. It's a misunderstanding of names. It's a misunderstanding of Hebrew. So that's my response.